Hey beautiful soul, Alice here. Welcome to day 17 of this Veda series. And if you're new here and you never heard of Veda, Veda stands for vlog every day in the month of April or vlog every day in the month of August. And for this Veda, I'm doing 30 days of self-love. The intention is to spread more love and positive vibes out into the world in this time of uncertainty. Alright, without further ado, let's dive into today's topic. If you've been following me on social media, then you probably know that my grandfather died a couple of weeks ago. And this morning I went to his final farewell ceremony. So today I thought I'd share my thoughts on farewell ceremonies and other rituals related to people passing away. Now, a quick disclaimer. I do not in any type of way claim to be some sort of spiritual or religious guru, so this is just me sharing my observation and interpretation. Alright, let's start. When people pass away here in Taiwan, the default service funeral companies provide is usually a ceremony that's a blend between a Buddhism ceremony and a Taoism ceremony. At the ceremony, a group of professionals came to do a chant for my grandfather, and they handed us little booklets so we could read along and follow along. The booklets were written in traditional Chinese, and there were a lot of words I've never seen before, and the chant was done in Taiwanese. So I do not understand 100% of what they were saying, what they were chanting, but from what I could pick up, the over-encompassing theme was letting go. It mentioned the past, present, and future, how one needs to let go of their concerns, their pains, their uncertainties, and negative things. Basically, wrap things up and allow oneself to be healed and guided by divine powers. I believe ceremonies and rituals like this are there to help the deceased and the living, and oftentimes they're designed more for the living than for the deceased. What they do for the deceased is these ceremonies and rituals aim to help them have a smoother transition into the other side. And many traditional religions talk about the concept of paradise. And in my grandpa's case, this chant mentioned a beautiful, joyful place in the West that's filled with riches. From what I've learned and experienced on my spiritual awakening journey so far, when people enter that spiritual state, the concept of directions, it's very different from what we understand here in this 3D world, this 3D dimension. So it's not a literal north, south, east, or west. What is he moving to LA? No. When people pass away, they move on to the next chapter of their journey, and the journey never ends because life continues to progress, to move forward, to grow and expand. And if they're on the ascension route, then they're moving and entering into a higher and more abundant state of being. On to what these ceremonies and rituals do for the living. Remember I mentioned earlier how that chant mentioned letting go. It's not just for the deceased, it's also for the living. It's saying, hey, your loved one has moved on, and so should you. You should carry the love you have for them in your heart, take what you learned from them, and become a better person. Let their love and wisdom continue to live on through who you are and what you do. Some rituals help people channel their energy so they can help with the transition process. And I was able to channel energy and then project it outwards towards my grandpa. I could feel the energy flow. Now, if you're new to this might sound a little bit out there, but hear me out. Everyone can do this, but not everyone knows how to. This is not something that's exclusive to the chosen few, no. I'll use the chant as an example. If you just read it mechanically and literally, it's just a formality. But if you learn to understand and read between the lines, there are actually clear directions teaching you how to harness your gratitude and love to project a powerful energy to assist with the transition process. Now, never discount the power of love. Love is a very powerful energy that can penetrate all time and space and dimensions. It travels very fast. Have you ever wondered whether or not your loved ones can receive your love when you're thinking of them? They can, because love travels at the speed of thought. The moment you think it, the moment you feel it, it's there. If you still find it hard to understand, let's look at it from another perspective. These ceremonies and rituals help people express themselves, express their feelings, their grief, and find peace and strength knowing they did something for their loved ones. Because a lot of times the death of a loved one, it comes too soon, too all of a sudden, and people are just lost and not sure what to do, how to react or respond to the whole situation. And these rituals offer a way for them to express all that, the love, the grief, the regret, the gratitude, all of that. For example, my grandpa loved to drink tea, so at his ceremony we offered tea and fresh fruits. We also gathered around his coffin to pray for him and express our love for him. And each and every one of us got the chance to talk to him. I remember I said to him, "Grandpa, I wish you all the best on this next chapter of your journey, and happy graduation! I love you!" Did I feel sad? Should we feel sad when someone we love passes away? I think it differs case by case. In my grandpa's case, the moment I walked into that venue, the energy felt so good, and I just knew that he had a smooth transition. And I couldn't help but smile throughout the whole process, because I was so happy for him. And this might sound strange, but people keep telling me I'm sorry for your loss, but I don't know, it sounds weird to me because I don't feel like I lost anything at all. So that's the main message I want to convey through this video. Having someone you love pass away doesn't have to be a sad thing. They're just moving on to the next chapter of their journey. They continue to move forward and grow and expand and exist. So those are the things I wanted to share with you today. What are your thoughts on death, and what kind of ceremonies and rituals do you have in your country, your culture, or your religion? Type in the comments below. Oftentimes, people have this fear of death, so they avoid going into discussions related to death. But the only way to overcome fear is through understanding. So I want to start some discussions. The more we talk about it, the more we'll understand death and related topics. Alright, I hope you liked this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button, and I will be back with another video on self-love tomorrow. Talk soon. Thanks for watching.